So I recently had the awesome experience of hanging around with the man, the myth, the legend, Andy Guitar, and a lot of the awesome subscribers over there on that channel. We basically went to the Gibson garage and Denmark Street to absolutely play our lives out on many, many guitars. Now I've got to give a massive shout out to Matt, who was awesome to meet, and we were playing a white Explorer. You might think James Hetfield here, and that is exactly what we're going to be looking at, because what does James Hetfield do? He chugs, and we kind of got onto this topic a little bit, but I thought I'd explore it further in this video. If chugging is something you'd want to do, then let's have a look at it and see what techniques we need to do that. Starting really simply, chugging is basically just palm muting, so it's just like this. And with an awesome metal sound, it already sounds pretty much like Enter Sandman. So we can just look at the verse. If we just do an E power chord, and just get those two notes together. That's like step one. If we just also introduce an F here, like that, we can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. But we've got to give it some power. Now, I'm not digging in as much as it sounds there. I'm just playing fairly lightly. I'm letting the amp do all the work. And you might notice this is all down strums in true Hetfield style, when later on it gets a bit more tricky, but this is where we want to start. Do this simply to a count of 8 with just one and, which is where the F chord comes in. This is just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that bit is unpalm muted, the rest is palm muted. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And we're just jumping between the palm muting and the chords being open, which is chugging. Focusing still on down strums, we can also down tune our guitar to drop D if we wanted to play some Rammstein, and we can play something like Ich tu dir weh. Now we're in drop D, it's a really similar thing. We're just gonna go, which is just 2 strums unmuted with the rest muted, and it's just all open strings here. We're just gonna play those first 3 strings. But then we're going to introduce just another step to this riff, which is just 5, and then 3, and then it's going to be 6, 5, 3. With just one open string in there as well, so it's 5, 3, open, 6, 5, 3, open. And it sounds like this, just for reference. Now here's a crucial point. You could still down strum that, or you could kind of go alternate, so down and up. Either sounds awesome, but when you get into more speed, you kind of want to. That might work better for you. The other great thing about drop D is that we can play it just with one finger, and this is a great way of building up speed. We just have to do less. Now, one of my favorite examples of chugging, and this is where we also start to look at more rhythm, and this is the Maiden Gallop. If we just go to an E power chord, so at the 7th fret, just like that, with the E hanging out on top as well. This rhythm is down, down, up, down, just over and over again. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. When you start to get up to speed, it starts to sound like galloping horses, which is just awesome. A slower tempo, down, 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 down. The other thing we can look at here is this sweet spot of the chugging or the sort of palm muting. If I play it up here, you're going to notice the strings just go dead. You can literally start to move your hand back, and that's how I do it. When you get to that sweet spot there, that's when you know you've got it, because it's not. That's what you're going for. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. It goes without saying that if you want to build speed, you've got to have as little tension in your arm as possible. And if you want to introduce a small emotion as possible, not really big like this, really, really small, and build up that speed. Zero tension in the arm, relaxing, even relaxing my shoulders now. Just all wrist, down, up, downs, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And if I keep accelerating the speed, you can hear the horses gallop, and we've got that. Now this final example is even challenging for me because James Hetfield is the master of downpicking not only the puppets. So this is master of the puppets. So the main focus here is absolutely the palm muting, but we also want to get that rhythm right. And the notes, of course. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it's going to be on the beat for these power chords, which go chromatically from the D to the C. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all on the beat. And when you're focusing on that beat, that's when you can just lay into it because you can feel that beat. Going on to the next part of the riff, we're going to do the exact same picking pattern with the exact same muting, but we're going to go towards the 7th fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and just like that. Now you might have noticed I was down and up picking there, but to just do it in the Hetfield style, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Back to the 1. So going into the main riff after this intro riff, and this is really difficult to do down strummed or down picked, but I would do it like this. Just like that. It's so much easier to build that speed. If I was going to do it like James Hetfield, all downs, it would be like this. The important thing to note there is if you want to do it down picked, you just have to take it a little bit slower and build up the speed naturally. Let me see how fast I can do it. That was with plenty more warm up as well. And just to finish that riff off, we have this bit. Which is just a power chord on the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret and with an open string at the end. Going back into the next part. I use my pinky here on that power chord because it just gives you a lot more control. Right, so that was some awesome riffage right there that got from a little bit easier to a little bit harder. Again, just important to go from a bit slower to a bit faster to build that speed. Matt, if you're watching, I hope you enjoyed that one and learned a few things, and same for everyone else. Please chuck us a like and subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see more on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.